And then the next morning, they show up and the thing is barely feeding. I'm like, bro, he would have done it right when he got back. What the did he do with the kid the whole night? Just like tenderized them, seasoned them and shit?
Right? Just putting a little paprika on him.
Yeah.
He was like lathering him in smoked salsa.
Right? Some curry. Welcome everybody to Moat 9, M-O-A-T, the number 9. Go to moat9.com for your links, all that good stuff. Like, follow, subscribe.
The usuals.
I should have probably discussed it beforehand, but that's just how we do.
Okay, that's cool.
So like Coffee Box, Taco Avocado.
But I like the music.
Tint World, I know. We'll talk about it later. Anyway, episode 20.
20. God damn.
We are total 110 episodes.
110.
Yeah,
110.
buddy. 110.
110.
We're going to have quite a bit to talk about. Luckily, you have notes and stuff because just The Mandalorian alone is like 3 episodes.
I think, oh, shit. Yeah, remember because last time you forgot to watch Sucker?
Yeah. And then we had a week that we were off. So that's 3, 4, and then 5 was just
3,
yesterday.
4, and 5, The Mandalorian.
You did watch 5.
Yes, I did.
You want to start there?
Yeah, let's start at The Mandalorian.
All right. So The Mandalorian. There's a lot to unwrap here. So the 3 was... Remind me.
Okay. I'm about to. Let me just find it really quick.
I love editing.
I don't want to put it on the table because it's been fucking like buzzing.
Mm-hmm. And then it made you drop it right now.
All right. Let's see. 3. All I have for 3 is Grogu says this is the way. Did you catch that
I think it was a TikTok you sent me or something. And I'm like, no, he fucking didn't.
Well, he tried. He was like mimicking. Like, because Mandalorian's like, this is the way.
But because even like when they
this is the way. And then Grogu was like, and they looked at him. They both looked at him like.
I thought that was like a joke. Like somebody made that.
No,
that
actually,
was I don't remember that.
I was listening to the video this morning. I forgot.
No, I've seen it. That's why I was like, that's interesting.
And I'm trying to go back to kind of like remember what was on episode 3 because
that's the one where he goes to the living waters.
No, that was 4.
No, 4 was the foundling. That's where they go save the kid. That's when they just got back from the waters. Yeah. So the 3rd one is where Mando goes to redeem himself. Gets the help from Bo-Katan because of Grogu, and they find the little spider guy.
No.
Okay.
3 was with this one.
Oh, okay.
And then that was 4.
So it was the shitty episode, and then the founding, and then...
And then you sent me a TikTok where it's like, how to watch episode 3, and it was like the first 30 seconds and then the last like 5 minutes of it.
Yeah.
And
where they take off, and then they have the whole boring-ass episode, and then they finally arrive to where they're going.
Yeah, that's when he got our 5D4. Our 5D4?
Our 5D4.
Our 5D4, yeah. So, yes, okay, it is kind of boring, but it's building up to what's going to happen next.
I say that jokingly. It is boring, but yeah, that's exactly what it is. They're finally putting in episodes, and I'm sure they've done it before. I just haven't paid attention. That makes sense for the overall story because I made fun of it last time. I'm so used to this and this happened. Oh, we need to go on an adventure to get this thing, and then we can come back and blah blah. And then like I'm over that shit.
Yeah,
that one gave me a nice little refresher. Of like okay, I didn't have that shit. It was a good episode. It gave you a lot of insight as to what happened, why they were after Grogu. They're doing the whole cloning thing. Moff Gideon is just like he's creeping in the background somewhere. So it was a good episode,
and it kind of opens up like the spot to where what's his name from Rey, the Return of Skywalker. What's the main guy now? The one that has a fucked up face.
Snoke.
Yeah, so that's where they were kind of Snoke. Yeah, it is Snoke.
Yeah,
General Snokus. I don't know. I always forget his name.
Snokey Dokie.
Yeah. But that was kind of like another thing that was said because they're starting with this cloning stuff and, kind of like experimenting. Either way, the guy got fucked, right?
Yeah. Did you get that sense from the beginning?
Yeah, where she was still going to be like against him.
And I couldn't figure it out. I was like, is she? Isn't she? Is she? Is it? Like the whole episode kept me on the edge of my seat in that sense. So I really liked that. A lot of people are probably going to say, oh, I knew from the beginning. Nah, you didn't. I was on the edge. I was like, I'm trying to figure you out, bitch. Are you good or bad? Good? Okay. No, you're bad.
But then, when they, towards the end, when they, put him back and he's like, no, I'm good. And then they like, no, shocking the shit out of him. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, shit, did they have to reform everybody that way?
Maybe not everybody, but I'm sure that happened a lot.
Yeah. Because it seems like they're like, oh, no, you're good. Don't worry about it. You'll be okay. Yeah.
But it's a little long-winded. They've dragged it out a little too much. They don't have any real format, do they? It's like 30 minutes, 40 minutes.
Yeah, I think they're all a little...
all over the place.
Yeah, a little different.
But so that was episode 3. Other than that, there's not a whole lot to unpack. I don't even remember what Mando was doing. Why did he jump? That's when the pirates were chasing him? Is that the one that opened up with
yeah, I think so. Yeah, because actually that one was an hour long.
Yeah.
That was 59 minutes. So it's really crazy that they're trying to fit in all this stuff into like each episode. That's when he met Bo-Katan. So he did jump, and then he went to he met Bo-Katan at her place. Oh, that was okay. That one made me feel some kind of way because when she walked into her castle and she was there with her legs spread open, and I was like,
"Hey, what's up?"
Yeah, right. I was like, "Am I watching the right one?"
Yeah.
Did
I download the wrong one?
Exactly. You know what I mean? And then after that, of course, oh no, he did fall into the waters there.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. Yeah, okay. So it's that same episode because in 4 is when they come back. Yeah. He's now redeemed and she's now redeemed. But then that whole foundling thing happens where Grogu does his training and they snatch the kid, which that episode really pissed me off because, oh, we need to go save him. Okay, guys, we're going to gather together and we're going to just fucking go.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, let's take off. And then they fucking get there. Oh, well, we can't find them, so we're just going to camp overnight. Motherfucker, that kid was already fucking eaten.
Yeah, he should have been dead.
Get the fuck out of here. And then the next morning, they show up and the thing is barely feeding him. I'm like, bro,
yeah,
he would have done it right when he got back. What the fuck did he do with the kid the whole night? Just like tenderized him, seasoned him and shit?
Right, he was putting a little paprika on him.
Yeah.
He was like lathering him in smoked salsa.
Right, some curry. Yeah, but I'm like, okay, whatever. So that's the highest form of, or whatever they said, that's the highest thing that they can do according to the creed is save a foundling.
Yeah, and then Bo-Katan redeemed herself.
Totally redeemed. Yeah, we should cut that. We should make that. That's funny. So yeah, that was all of episode 4. Other than Grogu doing his little, I'm a badass. Tuk, tuk, tuk. Like, why was the kid shooting him once if you could fire all 3 at the same time?
Right.
There's just a lot of little plot holes like that. I'm just like,
yeah,
you're so fucking. The writing is bad. But overall, it's fun to watch.
Yeah.
We get good dogfight scenes. Dude, this last one, holy shit, that whole battle.
I know.
It didn't feel like 40 minutes. Sorry, I'm jumping like to each episode just right away.
Yeah, I know. You're like...
but it's just, there's so much there.
So that was episode 3 pretty much, right?
Right, yeah.
So that was episode 4. Episode 5. This episode was actually pretty good.
And that's one of the things, that's what I'm saying, the timing that they just can't, not that they can't figure it out, but they're just all over the place with it. But it didn't feel like 40 minutes. Because I was watching, I was trying to like, okay, let's get this over with so I can go to bed or whatever. And I'm like, that didn't feel like 40 fucking minutes. That went actually pretty quick. I think it's because they're not in a bad way, but they're like, I forget Carl Weathers' character's name, but they're showing him, then they're showing where the guy asked for the help. They said no. So he goes to ask for the Mandalorians to help.
Yeah.
Then they actually go, and then that fight scene is actually pretty lengthy, and it was way better than the one in Boba Fett. That's for fucking sure.
Okay, yeah. They're blowing up the whole city.
Yeah, they're doing that whole thing, and it didn't seem cheesy at all. It seemed like they pulled it off realistically because it was like they were vastly outnumbered, but it was more strategic. They didn't just flat out take out everybody.
Well, I did see something. It was like, all right, escape from the city. There's 20 people here.
Yeah.
Did you notice that? There's like nobody. Oh, speaking of which, there was a cameo in that. You probably wouldn't have caught it because he was kind of like in the background. Boba Fett was there.
No, he was not.
Jeremy Bullock, the original Boba Fett. There was a cameo. He did the cameo. Oh, was in the back.
Yeah. Okay. The actor.
Yeah,
not,
the actor.
Not Boba Fett. Okay. But, really? I didn't catch that.
Neither did I. Thank you, TikTok. Yeah, I didn't catch it either.
They are, and we were kind of mentioning that on on our last episode. They're doing really good on the fan service.
Yes.
R5D4, whatever, and then now this guy like that. That's really cool.
Yes.
What else is in 5? That little. They didn't make it a mid credit or a post credit scene, but the very end of the episode that they're showing the guy in the X-wing find the cruiser that's just floating out in space, and he's like that was really good writing. It made it suspenseful. It's like, oh shit, what's going on here? And then there was the Mandalorians that took him.
Yeah.
Oh shit, which Mandalorians?
Yeah. So what did you think about the what is the armor telling Bo-Katan? I know, dude.
I forgot, and now that's what I'm talking about. The writing is not great. They're just so many other good things about it that it kind of makes you forget, but I'm nitpicky like that. Yeah. Just the writing is so fucking bad. You're making it a point. You made it a point to say, this is the way. You took off your helmet. Fuck that. You're out of the club. Yeah. You have to go do this crazy thing in order to redeem yourself.
And Mando was like, are you serious?
Yeah. And so now she is like, take off your helmet. What?
She's like now you can break the rules both ways.
Yeah.
Now she's Bylorian.
That's awesome. There you go. She's a Bylorian.
She's a Bylorian. Now. Hey, you heard it here first. Bylorian.
Yeah. Copyright that shit. Trademark. I kind of get it. I'm sure there's gonna be people that are gonna fully explain it and go, but that's fan theory, which is completely fine.
Yeah.
But it's not actual lore. And it doesn't fucking make sense.
Yeah.
But fine, whatever, run with it. She's going to be the one. I get the feeling that they're setting her up to die, though.
Who, Bo-Katan?
Yeah.
Well, Bo-Katan is like the last ruler of Mandalore, right? Her family is the last ruler of Mandalore.
Right.
So, I don't know.
Because I get the feeling that they're setting up Grogu to be the one that brings them all together. But the other thing that I was pointing out on one of the posts, I'm like, bro, he's 50 years old and he's barely a toddler. By the time he's like a kid or a teenager, that's another 50 years. A lot of these Mandalorians are going to be dead.
Right.
So with that, I don't think we're going to get that version of Grogu anytime in this series, because that's like 50, 70 years down the line.
Yeah.
Unless he has some kind of weird growth spurt. They say that, I forget what they're called. What is?
I have no idea.
Well, whatever they're called. Unless they have some weird growth spurt to where all of a sudden they're fully developed. I don't know. I don't think we're going to get that. That doesn't make sense. The timing doesn't make sense. But anywho.
Yeah. I always forget Grief Kargan. Carl Weathers.
Yeah. That I want to say it sounded like something else to me. But
I always forget his name. The Armorer. And then who's it? Yeah, Grief Kargan is the only one that I can't. It doesn't roll off the tongue so easy.
Right?
Grief Kargan. Yeah,
that's a Mexican, and you're trying to Mexicanize.
I'm sorry, Grief Kargan.
There you go.
Grief Kargan.
Call
Weathers. You should call him Apollo Grief.
There you go. Nice.
Apollo Grief. So we've gone through a lot of different. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we're all over the place on this one.
We can talk about Apollo Creed. I'm sorry, Creed.
No, we already did.
But we haven't watched Creed 3 yet.
Oh, we haven't watched this. Oh, yeah, there's nothing.
So that's in the back burner. I went to go watch Shazam. I saw the Chris Rock Selective Outrage. I saw 65. What else did I see?
Quite a bit. Because I watched Scream. You didn't watch Scream.
I didn't watch Scream.
Okay.
I didn't watch Scream.
Okay.
But I kind of did like the little, the 5-minute, hey, watch
the recaps.
The recaps of all 5 Screams. Kind of like, okay, now we remember. I only saw 2 Screams.
Okay. Yes, and I'm a fan. And that's what I was telling Cinda. go into any of them thinking that they're good horror movies, slasher movies, because they're kind of not.
Yeah.
I really like them because of the commentary that they're making on social stuff and horror movies as a genre.
And I noticed that because they're like, oh, this is like the sequel, and then this is like the what did they call this last one? They said something
requel.
A requel. Yeah, they said it's a requel, but different characters or some shit like that. I don't know what I did see some outtakes on what they were talking about as far as this one.
Right.
And Spider-Man's best friend came out, right? I can't remember what his name is. The guy that wrote the book. And
Ned?
Yeah, no, not Ned. The other. That's why I put quotes. His best friend, the other guy. You don't remember his name?
No. Wait,
the guy with the mustache. At the very beginning, they killed the blonde girl. Bro.
Oh, is that him?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That Flash.
Yeah, Flash Gordon, right?
Yeah, Flash Gordon.
Yeah. So
Flash Thompson.
Whatever
his name is. I didn't realize that. Okay. Yes, that is him.
I always forget his name. But you can't miss his schnozzle.
Shamalama Ding Dong?
No, his schnozzle is a big old nose.
Oh, yes.
This guy.
Yes. I didn't realize that when I watched it. Okay.
Tony Ravioli.
Ravioli?
Yeah.
Nice.
Tony Ravioli.
Yeah, so I managed to get to the theater for once in a long time, and just that alone makes it so much better. Okay, I put my phone down. I'm not on my phone. I'm focusing on the movie. I don't do that often.
Yeah.
So that made it really good. I guess we're going to get into that one really quick.
Might as well.
It's, like I said, it's doing the social commentary. Yes, it's doing callbacks. It's doing fan service. This one does it big time because they even have the killer presumably has like a museum of all the stuff that's happened.
Okay.
They made a movie about the killings in the movie. In the movie's called Stab.
Right.
And it's a parody of Scream, which is really, it's so meta. It's talking about horror movies, and then they made a horror movie based on the movie. It's just
and it's
super
in the
meta.
movie.
And it's in the movie.
Yeah.
They're making fun of themselves. I think it was in Scream 4. They showed a clip of a movie. They're watching a movie of people in the movie watching the movie.
Oh, shit.
They like go super. It's dumb.
And that's what kind of like separates it from other slasher films.
Oh,
right?
yeah, for sure. Because I can't think of any other movie that does that.
I don't think there is.
Not even horror, just in general. Like,
I don't think there is.
There really isn't. So I like it for that reason. Like I said, if you're watching just a straight up slasher movie, you're probably not going to like it.
Yeah.
It's got all the tropes. It's got all the cliche shit. But I think the writing is really good.
Yeah.
I really like it. I'll probably give it like a solid. I want to give it an 8 because even though it's the 6th one and they don't show any signs of stopping anytime soon, this is the Fast and Furious of horror movies.
Yeah.
They're going to make like 10 of these. But
if anybody name is finally dead, right? The sheriff.
Dewey?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He died in 4?
4. No, I think in this last one, 5.
5?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's gone. And they make fun of, not fun of it, but they kind of comment on it like they're legacy characters. Anybody can die at this point.
Yeah.
So there's going to come a point where they're going to kill Sydney, the main girl.
Neve Campbell? Is that her name?
Yeah. Okay. They're going to kill her off at some point probably, but she doesn't come out in this one at all. They mention her.
Yeah.
Did she come out? No. They mention her, but she doesn't come out at all. So they're getting away from the legacy characters, and they're like, okay, that's why they call it a requel, because they're just continuing on, but it's still tied to the originals.
But not all the characters.
And that's another thing. They do that really well because you look at like Jason, Friday the 13th, Halloween. They strayed Hellraiser.
Yeah.
We made that comment when we watched this last one. They stray so far from the originals. That they're almost not the same story anymore. And this one is continuous. It's all Hillsborough killings.
Because even Jenna Ortega and her sister are daughters of, or one of them's a daughter of.
The older one is the daughter of the original killer from the first one, which was Sydney's boyfriend.
But it was 2 killers.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Her boyfriend, not Stu.
Remember, that's when he was on the phone.
Billy.
He was like, trick question. It was 2 killers. It wasn't just one.
Yeah, and they even make a comment on that because there's one of them that had 3, and there's one that had 1. So they kind of go all over the place.
Yeah.
There's no real formula, but they're playing with it, and I think they do it really well. I'll give it an 8. I really like them, but that might be biased.
Okay.
So
I'm trying to watch it only because it's new. But again,
so much to watch.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
So I mean, I do like that type of film. So it just so happens that I was watching 5 because I had just finished watching The Whale. Which we'll get into here in a second. But I was watching The Whale and I finished it, and then I was like, well, let me look for number 5 to kind of like give me a refresher. And I had a little bit of time, and then that's when I was like, I totally lost where I was going with it because I started thinking about The Whale. Yeah. So
overall,
something about 5, I don't know, but Jenna Ortega, she got stabbed at the beginning. I don't know.
Yeah, 5. It's people got stabbed in the Stab movie. That's a parody of Scream, and moving on to The Whale.
Yeah.
This has been a long segue into The Whale.
No, The Whale. Oh my gosh. I mean, it was sitting on, I would say it was sitting there on my desk. I've been wanting to watch it, and I finally watched it, and goddamn, it was amazing.
Let's get ratings out of the way first and justify
it. 9.5, dude. I'm sorry. I'm gonna straight up give it a 9.5. That movie, and if you haven't seen it, just like he says, just pause it because we're gonna go into the whole movie.
Yeah, we're gonna spoil this shit because there's no way you can't.
No.
I'm gonna give it a 9, and I'll explain why not a 9.5. But go ahead.
Yeah, well, it's that movie. I Brandon Fraser. I mean, amazing. And I'm glad that he's on his comeback. Or it was basically a comeback, right?
I'm gonna and I'm kind of feeling it already. I'm gonna genuinely try to talk about this movie without tearing up. Yeah. This movie, if you have a heart, this movie will fuck you up.
Yeah.
It is emotional torture porn.
Yeah.
The way that, did you ever watch Precious?
Yes. Yeah.
I can never watch that movie ever again. Schindler's List. Yeah. I cannot watch that movie ever again. What Dreams May Come, the way that I talked about that fucking me up. It reminded me also of Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind with Jim Carrey.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
if you've ever been in a relationship that fucked you up, that movie's going to fuck you up.
Yeah.
This is on that level.
Yeah.
This movie is going to fuck you up. It's the girl from Stranger Things. It's Brendan Fraser. The ex-wife is Alpha from Walking Dead.
Yep.
It's got some powerhouse fucking actors because this girl from Stranger Things, she's good. I don't know if I just think she's cute and I'm just not really paying attention.
Yeah.
But she's good. She plays a fucking asshole like I haven't seen in a while. Like I hated her fucking character. It's almost
natural.
Yeah,
it's almost natural.
It almost makes you think like maybe she's an asshole in real life.
No, I think she is. But she's does so amazing. Good. Yeah.
It basic. Okay, the premise is he's gay, abandoned his family for his lover.
Yeah.
The lover ends up dying because he's part of a cultish religious group that makes him feel. His dad is the one that started it. He feels so bad. He's so conflicted that. They don't say that he killed himself, but just that he's died.
No, he did. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't quite get if it was or if it just something happened to him.
Yeah, because the sister said when he jumped off
that's
the
right.
bridge.
He jumped off the bridge. That's right. So Brendan Fraser's character is now dealing with that loss. He still feels guilty about messing up by abandoning his family.
Yeah.
And he turned to eating and just got really big.
Yeah.
He's a professor that teaches online, but he always pretends that his camera's not working so that they don't see him.
So even just that aspect of the movie is like kind of like wow, you know what I mean? Because you're thinking it's just about Brandon Fraser being a big old dude, but it's not. You know what I mean? It's very complex of the story, the writing, the plot. Everything is like there's so much to this movie that it almost overwhelmed me.
It really is. And I've always had this fantasy that I want to be a writer.
Yeah.
And he's a professor of writing.
Yeah.
They're talking about Moby Dick. the writing in this movie, that's my only complaint. That's why I can't give it a 9.5, because if you stick to the emotional stuff, dude, super powerful, very well written. Everything in between wasn't very good. There were times where I was just like, they could have done better there. They could, and then they get to the emotional stuff. I'm like, oh shit, here we go again.
Yeah.
So if they can get whoever wrote this, and I forgot his name, but if they get whoever wrote this to
Samuel
write
D. Hunter.
Yes. If they can get him to write the emotional stuff and then have another good writer write the in-between stuff, oh, that's going to be a fucking script like for the ages. That's going to be so fucking good. The acting, dude, I don't remember the friend's name.
Liz?
Yes.
That's Hong Chow?
Bro, that dynamic, the dynamic that Brendan, and it's super simple. It's shot in his apartment.
Yeah.
There's no other scenes.
I think the cast is 7 people.
It's super, super simple.
Yeah.
But they did so much with it. It's his connection to the daughter, his connection to that friend, his connection to the ex-wife. Even though you don't see him ever, his connection to his lover.
Yeah.
And then that guy that just appears out of nowhere, the kid that's out trying to save him.
Oh, yeah.
That connection. Like, dude, just overall... Oh my god, I can't say enough about this fucking movie. It is so fucking good. It's gonna fuck you up, but dude, the whole time I thought that the essay that he's reading, I was thinking that it was his lover that wrote it, and that's what gives him peace because he won. And then they say at the end that it was I'm gonna fucking tear up. It's his daughter's.
Yes. Oh
bro,
my God.
Get the fuck out of here.
And for him just to like, hey, read it. I don't care. Just read it.
That's how he wants to fucking go, dude. Get the fuck out of here, dude. And then that final scene, the metaphor of he goes up to her and then he lifts up and dude, so fucking great. Like I can't say enough about this fucking movie. It's the best movie I have seen. I can't think of the last great movie that I saw that just affected me this much. It's so fucking good. Movie. I don't think I could ever watch it again. I was a fucking mess. I was like sobbing.
I was a blubbering fool. And I'm glad I watched it. Did you watch it alone?
Yeah.
Yeah, so did I.
Well, my mom and Cinda Cinda was working. My mom was in the house. They were in different rooms. I was in the main room watching it with the headphones on. So I'm just trying to be quiet
trying to hold it in?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I couldn't. But luckily, I was outside watching them.
Your neighbors are probably like, what the fuck is going on? Why is that girl crying?
Right.
It's not a girl. Let's say, shut up, stupid. Dude. Oh, my God, dude. There's so many things to unravel with this fucking movie. It's fucking great.
It deserves a 2 or a third watch, I would say.
Oh, I don't know if I can, man.
Yeah, for me, it's kind of like I want to watch it again. But then again, I'm going to go back to like you saying if you need that emotional dump, it's a movie that's going to definitely kind of like, put it out there. And for me, it was more like that girl dad aspect. You know what I mean? If something like that was to ever happen, it's like, you know what I mean? Shit. You know what I mean? What is it that can happen to a dad, you know what I mean, going through, not necessarily saying, I left my wife for another guy, but just that the husband leaving the wife and having to like deal with the daughter and not being able to see or know nothing. And it's kind of like, even if you haven't gone to that extent, even if you just feel like a dad that feels that he hasn't done enough, that alone is going to, and justify anybody that has been in that situation, it's going to fuck you up. This movie that's why I say it's emotional torture porn. Like it's tough to watch, but so fucking good. It's a great movie. Amazing. Easily best movie I've seen in probably 2-3 years. I can't think of the last one that like I said, just was that good. Everything Everywhere All at Once. It was a great movie overall. And it had its emotional parts, but it was a good movie. This is a whole other fucking level. I didn't pay attention. What won best picture? It was Everything Everywhere. It was? Yeah. But Brendan Fraser got best actor. Best actor, yeah. That's another thing that adds to it. Brendan Fraser making his comeback, and this is kind of what really puts him back on the dude. He's gonna have a awesome fucking career after this. Just he. I don't think they could have picked anybody else to play this better. No, I don't think nobody. So no, man. I don't even want to. I'm getting a frog in my throat just thinking of that scene where he's just like just let me do this one. Oh my God, I can't even say it. Where he yells at her. He's like, just let me get like one thing right.
Oh, dude. Oh my God. Fighting it. Dude, there's so many scenes like that in this movie.
Yeah.
I need to go get my glasses. Yeah.
It's an amazing movie. It is.
Like you said, I want to watch it just because I'm sure there's things that I'll catch the second time.
Yeah.
I just don't know if I'm emotionally ready for that shit. So fucking good.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
Speaking of a small cast, I watched 65. The one with Adam Driver.
I am totally confusing this, and I haven't seen it, but is it him and a kid?
Yeah.
So it's like Will Smith's movie, kind of? Not the same storyline, but kind of that sense of like it's him afterlife or Earth life or past Earth, after Earth. I think it's after Earth.
I never saw it on TV.
I didn't see it either, but it's just him and Jaden on a planet. Like, but that I don't think that's dinosaurs.
Oh, I think I did see that one. They crash landed, right?
Something like that.
So,
I didn't see it, but
so
I get that feeling.
It's kind of like that. Literally, the cast is like 2.
It's him, the kid, and
dinosaurs.
CGIs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much.
How is it?
It's a quick hour and a half. That's one of the only reasons that I kind of like watched it.
Okay.
I was like, okay, this is gonna be an hour and a half movie. All right, let's check it out. So I watched it, and it was good. I mean, it's not like something phenomenal. It is an outer space kind of like sci-fi movie, but just to have them two, you know what it reminded me of? You know when actors have passion projects? It felt like Adam Driver's passion project.
Okay.
That's the type of movie it felt like. That's the gist it gave me. It kind of was like, okay, you know what? He's done all this, Star Wars and that movie that we saw on Netflix here recently. What the fuck was it called? Where he was an older guy. Remember I told him he looked like...
Oh, the derailment that nobody's fucking talking about anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that he's done a lot of stuff, but this felt like a passion project because it was only them two. You know what I mean? It has a lot of CGI, because it's outer space and it's dinosaurs. You
mean they couldn't find dinosaurs to be in this thing?
What the fuck? There's one.
They're making mammoths.
Exactly. So, but. How do I put it? If you get a chance, you got nothing else to watch, type,
What's your rating on it?
I give it a 7-ish.
Okay, I was gonna predict like a 6.5
because it wasn't bad, but it was still worth watching.
Okay,
so I would say 7.
Okay.
6.5 is kind of like, man, I didn't like it.
See, that alone makes me want to watch it more than the Will Smith one. Because when I saw the trailer for the Will Smith one, I was like, okay. And then I started seeing reviews, and I'm like, this seems pretty really fucking bad. I don't even want to bother.
I think I watched it, but it's been so long.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I remember you mentioning it. I know that I've seen it. Other than that, what else did you watch?
You mentioned them right now, and I kind of forgot.
Chris Rock?
Oh, we both watched that one. I'm a big fan of comedy.
Okay.
And I forget the name of what was it called? Controlled? No.
Secret?
No.
Obscenity? Something like that?
Enraged?
They slammed me in the face, and I only talked about it the last 5 minutes of the movie. Selective Outrage.
Selective Outrage. I'm a big fan of comedy.
Yeah, I'll let you explain because I'm just going to go totally shit on it too.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of comedy. I love Chris Rock. Bigger and Blacker, one of the best fucking stand-ups I've ever seen. That's one of them that makes Chris Rock idolized by a lot of comedians.
Yeah.
It's Chris Rock. It's after the fucking slap. It's his first one after the slap.
Yeah.
It wasn't good. It wasn't good. He has his jokes, but I got the feeling that we're gonna talk about this, but let me put some other stuff to fill the space in between.
Yeah.
And sorry for the vulgarity, but it was a pussy fest. His like half the material in that fucking stand up and that special is pussy. He started off okay, then he got into this whole pussy thing, and that seemed to be all he talked about until he got to the slap. And then even like the slap thing, okay, it was funny-ish.
Yeah.
But by far not one of his best. Anyway, but Chris Rock, no.
Yeah.
Another problem, I think, real quick, so we can get off and do other shit. I think Dave Chappelle coming back has set the bar so fucking high because all his shit is good.
Yes.
Even the one where he's not really doing comedy, he's just kind of ranting.
Yeah.
Even that was really fucking good. Mm. So the bar set super fucking high. Chris Rock, unfortunately, he fell off on this one. Not a fan. A fan of him, but not of this special. Anywho,
Cocaine Bear.
Go ahead, because I didn't watch that. And it's funny because I'll watch fucking Sharknado,
and
Tremors and shit. But this is
the same shit.
I'll probably watch it. I'll probably make Lou sit there and watch it with me.
Yeah, you need to. And fucking gory as shit, dude. Like super gory. There was one scene.
For those that don't know, this is based on a true story.
Yeah, but it didn't go. It was not this outlandish or whatever, you know.
Right? No, yeah, but it's loosely based on a true story.
Exactly, loosely based. And I was just like, literally watching it with my mouth. I'm like, "Are you serious? Like, are you serious?" I haven't seen a stupid movie like this in a long time, so it was kind of a little refreshing. Okay, you know what I mean. So that, you know, if you do get a chance to watch,
rewatchable
for the stupidity. Yes, but I probably won't rewatch it.
Okay,
I won't. But there was one scene that I was just like, "Oh my god!" Like, are you
that bad?
Like, oh shit! Yeah.
You never watched the horror movie that not Demolisher? What the fuck is it called? With the clown?
Yeah. I was gonna say Twister.
No, well, whatever it's called.
Horrifire or some shit.
Yeah, there you go.
Is it? That's what it's called. The horror? No,
I think so. Something along those lines. But did you watch that?
No, I never watched it.
Okay, because that one is.
So it's probably about the. It's not that bad. It's not. I know what you're talking about because you're
Terrifier.
Terrifier, Horrifier.
They close.
Something with a T. I don't know.
It had an at the end.
So no, I didn't watch the Terrifier.
Relax.
I know, right? I didn't watch the Terrifier, but this scene. And there's just one particular scene that in Cocaine Bear, and it's after the ambulance. Okay. I'm just gonna say that after the ambulance part. No. There's an ambulance.
Okay.
During that scene of the ambulance, when they're in the ambulance, I was just like, oh, fuck, that sucks. Like, straight up, like, oh, that sucks. You know what I mean? Whereas it's like, ooh.
I did too much water. Okay, so what else do we have? Because the whale I thought was going to be the one we're going to end with.
Well, did you ever watch You? Because I'm on season 4 of You right now. No?
Is that the one that's like a stalker story? Okay, yeah. There's something when it first started getting popular, or something about it that it gave me like a 50 Shades of Grey type vibe, where I get the feeling that it's glorifying a character that normally should not be glorified.
Yes.
Okay, so and that's the problem I have with it.
Yes, yeah, and it's straight up like that, and it pretty much is like, I'm obsessed with this girl, nobody can have her. Never mind, I'm gonna kill her, kind of thing. Mm-hmm. But it's kind of like drawn out in the whole season. It is a little kind of complex.
Okay.
And it goes into his backstory of like why he's like that.
Okay.
But it goes even this 4th season is the same way, where it's kind of like still going back to his backstory.
4 fucking seasons. Jesus.
Yes, 4 seasons, dude. Fuck. So I started since the beginning watching it.
Damn.
Yeah. So I'm on season 4. I had to like recap on season 3 because I couldn't remember. Okay. But season 4 is the newest one. It's kind of like, it's pretty much a killer that kills people but then has to relocate. It's kind of like Dexter. The gist of pretty much like Dexter, but more of like nerd.
Okay.
He's like a nerd, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're not gonna sit there and watch it alone, because I don't watch it alone. I watch it with my wife. Mm-hmm. So she likes that type, show. So I watched it because it is interesting. But yeah, I don't think you should put it over Yellowstone. That song.
Yeah, there's very few things I'm going to put over Yellowstone at this point. I need to power through that shit because I'm way behind.
And John Wick, did you watch John Wick? Forgot about talking about that.
No. Oh my God. Yeah, that one.
I went back and watched 2 and 3.
I'm lying. I need to go watch John Wick before Creed. It's John Wick, Creed, and then Shazam, and I don't have the fucking time.
Yeah.
Or the money. Fucking shit was $80 to go to the fucking movies.
Expensive, dude.
Fuck out of here. That's why they pirate shit.
That's why I have a Cinemark app. For free movie tickets.
Even then, fucking popcorn was like $30 fucking.
Yeah.
Anyway,
if you want to buy alcohol, shit.
Forget. You know what is cool though? You can pre-order on the app and avoid the lines, and they have it sitting there on the side waiting for you and shit.
Or they could deliver it to your chair.
That's why you go to the Alamo.
No, they deliver it at Cinemark too.
Oh, that's right, they do.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, some guy got his order delivered in a handbag. I'm like, the fuck? I need to do that shit next time.
I'm missing popcorn.
Mm-hmm. I have it here on my app, and it's photoshopped and shit.
Right? Shit.
Well, with that said, sir, thank you. And to you guys, especially after watching The Whale, be good to yourselves. Well, be good to each other, but more importantly, be